Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today, we're here to watch some top MLM fails. I just woke up, so this is my face. I'm also feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know what's going on with this. Is it allergies or is it something else? We'll see, but excuse my face. I literally got out of bed, brushed my teeth, made coffee, and now I'm here. So let's just get right into these fails, I guess.
All right, I'm about to tell you 3 reasons why you need to be drinking Arbonne Essential Meal Protein Shake. Number 1, it's free of artificial sweeteners, dyes, colors. It's free of so much more than that. But let's just start there. We know that artificial things, flavors, colors, dyes, they're not good for our gut flora. They're not good for our brain. They're really not good for anything in between. This is sweetened with natural plant-based stevia and cane sugar. Number 2, it has 5 sources of plant-based protein. Stick with me here. Plant-based protein is amazing. It has the same amino acid chain to build muscle as whey, but it's free of dairy and soy. If you think about curds and whey, that's the byproduct of cheese. You know how that makes you feel eating a whole bunch of cheese and dairy? It makes you feel bloated. It makes you feel tired. This is going to leave you feeling amazing and feeling full. Number 3, it just hands down delicious. You can shake it up with water in a shaker cup. You can make it a smoothie. No matter how you make it, it's delicious. 24 grams of plant-based protein, all for about $3 a serving.
I love how she said like only $3 a serving, but if you take a look at if you do the math, like $3 if you're drinking it once a day, 3 plus 3 plus 3, the whole month you're gonna spend $90 on this supplement. Also, she's a little bit I don't know why she's so excited, but excited in a weird way. I don't know. I feel like she seems a little bit flustered in her video. Maybe she was trying to be excited, but to me it just came off as she's nervous or something. But she's got a bunch of followers. I don't know who she is. She looks familiar, honestly, but I don't know if she was an influencer before and then she joined Arbonne, or is she just at the top of Arbonne? She's got a shit ton of likes in that video as well. So let's move on to the next one.
So what if you woke up this morning with only the things you thanked God for yesterday? What would you have? I can wait. It's so easy to not be grateful, and it's so easy to take what you have for granted. But living here in the Dominican Republic this summer just consistently and constantly reminds me that life is not fair, and that you and I are on the good end of that. We're on the good end of not fair, most all of us. Walking through the community and seeing such sad conditions that so many people live with, then not having access to clean water, not having food, not having a way to cool off or to educate your children. This is such a reality here in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and I know so many places across the world. And so this is just a daily reminder for you. Maybe you need to save this video and come back and watch it, that what you have, don't take it for granted. Be grateful and thank God for it.
All right, that took a turn, didn't it? I get this, but what does it have to do with Arbonne? I guess she is an influencer. I think her first number one thing that she does is just kind of influencer. So it's not just MLM content. So we're gonna watch a few of her clips actually. Here's another one.
This video is for my grinders, my movers, my shakers. I want to encourage you today. If you are winning in the dark, that means you're winning. Jeff Bezos had a quote that said, he had known somebody that was working for 4 years, just grinding in the dark. 5th year, he began to win. Everybody looked around going, who is this person? Where did they come from? They're an overnight success. There's no overnight successes. And there was a quote that I had taped in my college basketball locker, and it was called Don't Quit. I used to have it memorized, and it's definitely worth me memorizing again. But it says something like, when things go wrong, as they often will, when the road you're trudging seems uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you will, but just don't quit. Just want to remind you, I think somebody needs to hear that today. Don't quit. Press on. Keep going. Keep winning in the dark. And your day is coming.
The caption to this says, this one's for the grinders. This is again something that comes up very often. Oh, my brain cannot focus. My brain's not working today. Saying there's no overnight success. You have to keep working, and people get successful after 5 years or whatever. But when it comes to MLMs, it doesn't matter how long you're putting effort into the MLM. It doesn't matter how much effort you're putting into it. That like statistically you have 99% of chances of never making any profit in it. So this is like, again, it's just a weird thing. These influencers who are also MLM scammers trying to be all like wise and motivational to people. I find that really cringy. That's not really my cup of tea of content that I consume, but let's move on to this one. This is Jenny from Monat. Jenny is like a celebrity hairstylist or something. I covered her multiple times in the past. So this one says, Monat hater. So let's watch.
Do you guys want to know something so wild to me? I'm a stylist of almost 20 years, and when I first heard about Monat hair care, I shit on it so bad. So bad. I told all my clients, oh, never use it. Oh, don't touch that stuff. I heard it makes your hair fall out. I assumed because it was an MLM product that there's no way that it could be nearly as good as the professional products I was using and loving. Well, take a look at what those professional products did for me after 18 years of use. Yeah. When I finally decided to put on my actual critical thinking and look into what was Monat all about and why all these people were becoming obsessed and why all my clients were sneaking it behind my back, I found out they are the highest quality, most tested, most clinically backed, meets European standards for cosmetics, which is insane. Cleanest and most high-performing products I had ever seen used. Because guys, after 20 years of doing hair, I've never actually seen a product that can change the trajectory of someone's hair until Monat. Before you listen to your uneducated hairstylist who hasn't tried her critical thinking yet, or your mom's friend who blah, 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 why don't you trust the actual evidence that you're seeing all over Instagram and think, maybe all these girls aren't lying and manipulating us. Maybe there's something to be said for it. Because, I mean, the proof's in the freaking pudding, guys. And it is okay if you were like me. If you're a hater and you haven't tried it yet, you're just believing what everyone else says. I get it. Trust me, I was you. Zero judgment from me, okay? But what I'm asking you is to at least think. If this product was so bad, why would they have over 3.5 million customers? Why would I be seeing all these crazy hair transformations all over Instagram? Why would their products be allowed to be sold in the European market, whereas 99% of the US's products aren't allowed to be sold there? Just a few thoughts.
Well, they're allowed to be sold in the European market because they meet our standards. If other products, other MLM companies decide to make products that meet European standards, they will be sold in the European market. That's how that goes, Jenny. I know what she meant. I love how she said like, oh, no judgment from me, no judgment here, but like 30 seconds before that, she was like, your uneducated hairstylists are not using their critical thinking. This is like when someone learns a new word or a new term and then they want to use it to show everyone that they learned the new term, like critical thinking. That gives me that vibe. Also, like, what, 3.5 million customers? Doesn't sound that much when you take a look at like in how many countries Monat is available. I don't think like 3.5 million is that many people for a product. And also she says, don't you love this? Like, the proof is in the pudding, and then she shows a little bit of her hair, but like she's wearing a hat, so you can't really see her whole hair. It's really ironic that like the MLM huns that wear hats the most are those that sell hair care and shampoo. Hair shampoo. It's just interesting. This is a screenshot. Oh, this one says, I remember this. Just me on a Monday having a matcha custard in Japan because I have location freedom and can bring my job with me wherever I go. Girl, here I am in South Korea as well because, yes, I also have a job that actually pays me. I don't know if she is successful. Let me see. She might be. I don't know who she is. Her name is Maddie. I've never heard of her before, but I think I remember she's like kind of like a fitness influencer slash MLM hun. I think she's in Arbonne. But yeah, like the majority of people who join MLMs don't make any profit. So the majority of people don't really get that freedom to travel, and they don't get money to be able to afford to travel because they're not profiting. So, for example, I talk this a lot, but I feel like I should mention it a lot more on my channel than I am. The fact that I am a freelancer, I do video editing for YouTubers, and I can go wherever in the world, and I actually get paid for the work that I do, for the effort that I do, for the videos that I edit, and I've been getting paid from day one to edit other people's videos. So there's also that. And I've been in South Korea for like 3 months. By the time this video comes out, I'm gonna be in Japan. So yeah, this is what I wanted for myself, and I got it. And it took a lot of hard work, but like I said, at least I was profiting from like day one. And if you don't want to do like freelance, because I know when I was first transitioning into freelance work, a lot of my ex-co-workers from my former company were saying like, isn't that a little bit like tricky because your income is not the same every month and it's a little bit risky and whatnot. And yeah, that's fair point. But if you don't want to like do freelance work or anything like that, you can still do like remote jobs for corporate, you know, because that former job of mine was 100% remote. I could just bring my laptop, work from anywhere. I did that. I worked on while I was traveling sometimes as well. So there are ways that you can get what you want, if this is what you want. But not everyone wants that freedom and like to be able to like travel and work and whatnot. So it just depends what the people want. Oh, this is another screenshot. It says, sometimes I feel bad about spending money on my supplements that make my skin so glowy and help with my bloating and digestion, but I could also be doing Uggs. So who's really winning here? Okay. She thinks she did something with this. Oh, how embarrassing. Jesus, let's just move on. This is just fucking insensitive and ridiculous in my opinion. Okay, next one says, network marketing isn't a scam. Working all year for a 3% raise, if you're lucky, when inflation is 4%, is the scam. Being told you can't exceed your salary no matter how much you work is the scam. Paying for sick days is the scam. Paying for sick days? Being told your only option is to pay someone else to raise your babies is the scam. Working to make someone else's dream come true is the scam. Network marketing is the smartest business model for anyone sick of those facts. Oh, Jenny. Did you know that 82% of female millionaires are in the MLM? Isn't that like the most common misconception that MLM people say, that like 82% of female millionaires are MLMers or something? I didn't get the screenshot of her full caption, but this is the hairstylist, I think. Is it Jenny? What does she mean paying for sick days is the scam? How do you pay for sick days? If you're sick, you take a sick leave, and you get paid for taking that sick leave. I mean, I know it's different in the US, but even if you don't get paid sick leave, you get unpaid sick leave, right? So what does she mean you're paying? Can someone let me know? But love how she's saying all these things. Network marketing is the smartest business model and not a scam. But why does 99% of people in network marketing never make any profit? Like these people that do all of this that you're calling a scam, 3% raise, at least they're getting paid for the work that they're putting into that job. They're still getting paid. In network marketing, these people are working for free and they don't even get a 3% raise every year. Like, what are you talking about? Network marketing is always the worst option, in my opinion. Statistically, it's worse than gambling because you have more chances of making money if you gamble rather than joining an MLM. So there's also that. I would love to hear Jenny debunk those facts.
Stocked up. I'm just over here growing my second human, and I'm not worried about postpartum hair loss at all. I used this serum in my last pregnancy, and let me just show you my before and after. My shedding was super minimal, and the thinning that I did have up in this area grew back like that. So I know by prepping my scalp, I'm going to have a much easier time with postpartum hair loss. This serum is clinically proven to reduce hair shedding by 92%, and it helps keep your hair in the growth phase longer. I use it every single day and just massage it into my scalp, focusing on those areas that we tend to get the thinning the most, and that's it. It's water-based, so it's not gonna make your hair feel greasy or gunky or weighed down or anything like that. It's also clinically proven to help promote natural growth. So you're gonna see those little sprouts popping up within like 60 days. Exhibit A. So if you're a postpartum mama going through it right now, or you're about to enter that season of life, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Get on this serum, use it every single day, and I promise you your bounce back will be that much easier.
You can't say that, lady. That's just wild. Let's see one more from her. This comment says, can you make a video or a couple explaining what products you use, please?
My hair care routine is a hot topic. The truth is, I've been using the same hair care for 6 years, and you know if someone uses something that long, it's worth the hype. This is what my hair looked like before I started using the products. My hair was so...
Oh, okay. I've been using like L'Oreal for 20 years, 15 probably minimum, so it's worth the hype, you know. 15 minimum, same hair care. Can you believe it?
Damaged, had really oily roots. My hair would not grow past a certain point. It was just constantly breaking off. I couldn't get length retention. My hair just felt like it was thinning, and I had no idea why. It was so frustrating, so I wore extensions forever, and here we are now, no extensions. This is all my hair. So the tea is, I do weekly oil treatments with a silicone-free oil. That is so important. You don't want to weigh your hair down. You don't want to clog your hair follicles. I use a thickening system, shampoo, conditioner, and daily serum. If you've been using the same products for years and years and years, and you're not seeing the results you want, try something new. The truth is, your hair doesn't suck, your products suck. Again, if I can use something for 6 years straight and have results like this, it's worth you giving it a try.
Well, at least she shows her hair, and at least her hair looks nice, I guess. I will give her that, because the majority of huns, of Monat huns, like I said before, like I said earlier, are usually like hiding their hair, so at least she has something to show. But also I think that whole argument of like, oh, I'm using Monat for so long, that means it's good, that really, it doesn't really do much, does it? Like, because that's you. Products that might work well on you are not necessarily gonna work that well on everyone else who tries them, especially when it comes to Monat. But also your products are so fucking expensive. What is it? Is it like $90 for a Rejuvenate oil or something? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who follow this woman and they're like, oh my gosh, she's got such great hair, and maybe they want to try Monat products, but then they look at the prices and they're like, hell no, I cannot spend $90 on a shampoo. But anyway, my brain is not working, and I have like zoned out so many times during this short little video. I think I might be getting sick, actually. I don't think these are allergies or me being tired. So let me know your thoughts below. Please leave your commentary down below. I feel like I did not do a great job today. But thank you so much for watching. As always, click that like button if you enjoyed the video. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.